BWOne here from BWOne.com. I'm going to give you my review of the Samsung Exhibit 4G for T-Mobile. Let's start off with the hardware tour. You have a 3.5-inch capacitive touchscreen display with a pretty high resolution at 480 by 800. Right above there is a VGA front-facing camera. Down here at the bottom you have touch-sensitive buttons for menu, back, and search, and then your home button is a physical button right here. Pretty different there. Don't have anything at the bottom. I do have this sort of leather sort of piece here at the bottom. It's pretty interesting. Right here on the side, you have your volume buttons, micro SD card slot. It does have a 4 GB card pre-installed, and it supports up to 32 GB of storage. On the top, you have your micro USB port for charging and syncing, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the side here, you have your power button. On the back, you do have a 3.2 megapixel camera with flash. Images are pretty decent, and they're going to be good for, you know, sort of MMS messaging and stuff like that. It isn't something that you're going to want to print out, or, you know, it's not really like a high resolution camera or high quality camera. It's good for, like I said, picture messaging and stuff like that. Remove the battery to show you where the SIM card slot is here right on the side, and then you have a 1500 milliamp hour battery. So that's pretty much for the externals. Internally, it has a 1 gigahertz processor inside of it. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, and 4G speeds, HSPA 21 plus speeds from T-Mobile here. So that's pretty much it for the hardware, and it's really geared to sort of be a mid-range phone, but does have some really high-end features, especially with the 1 gigahertz processor. Let me turn it on here, and it does have Android 2.3.3 Gingerbread installed with it, running Touch Wiz. What's cool about the lock screen here is you swipe to open it up, but if you have like a message or some type of notification, you'll swipe the little piece inside of it to open it up. Swipe open here, and you can see you have Touch Wiz running on top of it, and it's running, like I said, Gingerbread, and pretty much standard Touch Wiz and type of things. You do have the 5 desktops there instead of 7, which you normally have on the higher end phones. Do have a lot of preloaded software in here, some games like Scrabble and BWOne, and you have Think Office, quick video chat for the front-facing camera. You have Slacker, Swipe, Lookout, and the Samsung Media Hub as well too, all pre-installed in here. You do have a nice file manager as well too to manage your files, which is always good to have. And actually really responsive and pretty fast speeds here, I definitely have to say, especially with the 1 gigahertz processor. You can see how sharp the screen is there with the high resolution screen on it. Okay, we'll take a quick look here at the web browser. The web browser is the standard browser that you get in Android. We'll actually head over to BWORKS website. Says I can spell it right here, which I never can on these virtual keyboards. Probably if I type in there, we'll Google search it real quickly, and he should be the first site that comes up. There we go. And we'll try to check out, show you how the browser works. There you go, there. So it loads up there, it loads up pretty decently fast with the 4G speeds on the Exhibit 4G. And you do have the pinch to zoom, which is surprisingly pretty responsive for the screen size. In this caliber of phone, usually on this level, get a little bit of slowness with it. You saw a little stutter there. But when you have it on, pinch to zoom works really well on it here. So that is pretty much standard with the software there. Battery life is pretty decent. It's pretty standard Android affair, I would say. If you are a heavy user, you're going to be looking to charge throughout the day. If you are a moderate user, you'll probably get about a day and a half or even a full day's charge on it. The call quality is pretty good. People were able to hear me very well. I was able to hear them well. I didn't drop any calls at all while I was doing my test calls, so overall that was pretty good as well too. So the Exhibit 4G is definitely geared at, I would say, at people that are not necessarily power phone users. They're users that want those, you know, the 1 gigahertz speed, the nice screen, but don't want to pay that extra price for it. And this is really kind of geared towards them for that. You get the front-facing camera, you get a decent camera. They might not be a heavy picture taker. You can obviously install applications through the Android market and stuff like that. They're probably not going to install a lot of applications because they're not that type of user. They're probably going to use a lot what's standard on here, but they want to get those couple of extra applications that they've heard about and they want on their phone, and they want to run well with the 1 gigahertz processor. And that's pretty much where this phone is aimed at. And it probably at the price of under $100, or probably in some cases probably free on contract or free upgrade. This is definitely a good phone to go with. I have to give it a thumbs up here. So this is BWOne here from BWOne.com, giving you a review of the Exhibit 4G, reminding you subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Twitter, become a fan of our Facebook fan page, Check out the full write-up that we have. The link to that and all of our social media is in the description. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition.